Please be seated. Good evening. Welcome. I'm Neil GUTERMAN, Dean of the School of Social Service Administration. It's my distinct pleasure and honor to welcome you to the hooding ceremony for the 2012 graduates of SSA. I'm delighted to see so many SSA graduates, family and friends and loved ones gathered together to honor our graduates this evening. The hooding ceremony is one of several ceremonial and celebratory events marking the completion of graduate studies, and it dates back to the earliest traditions of our first universities. The ceremony, whereby a member of SSA's faculty will place a hood over the graduating student, offers a tangible symbol of conferring upon and thereby passing on the learning and accomplishment from teacher to student and now graduate. The ceremony represents a transition moment from student to graduate and to newly minted professional social work colleague. SSA students, when most of you arrived at SSA orientation in September 2010, don't rush it. You may recall, if you remember, I pointed out that when you entered SSA's Mies building across the Midway, you crossed an important threshold, entering a new phase of your professional development and beginning your training as a developing social work professional. Well, today's hooding ceremony and tomorrow's graduation ceremony represent another such threshold. The natural tendency is to think of graduation as an ending point, and understandably so, especially now that each of you have completed what we call a terminal degree. Perhaps, like all transitions though, this moment equally, or I'd like to say, even more importantly, represents a beginning. Indeed, you're at another threshold now, about to begin what we hope and expect will become a fulfilling, enriching, and I dare say challenging career. You each have courageously chosen this challenging career path, and indeed you'll march now where most fear to tread, taking onto your shoulders many of our society's most complicated, difficult, and deep problems. And you'll strive to do so in ways that are clinically and socially effective, in ways that are cost-effective, in ways that are socially and politically attainable. But most important, as social workers, you've chosen to do this work in ways that are socially just and right and compassionate for those individuals who all too rarely experience a true sense of justice or compassion or things being right in their lives. This is whom we serve as a profession. This is whom we're now honored to serve, alongside with you now as partners, as we welcome you as full colleagues to the profession. While you've been with us this rather brief interval of time, we have strived to equip you with the critical skills and tools and professionalism that you'll need for a lifelong and successful career at this most essential work. This has been a tall task, to say the least. You've each been stretched professionally and intellectually in ways perhaps that you could not have imagined when you first crossed the threshold of the Mies building just a few short months back. At SSA, we've strived to give you higher order skills from which all the lower order skills will take root and flourish. Like the branches of a tree, we focused on the trunk and the major arteries, and you'll now continue developing the sub-branches while also serving the communities that you're dedicated to. This is not an ending point. Your learning will not end here. It's just begun. And most importantly, to those that most need it, your work has just begun. And your contribution to the profession is just beginning. And as your learning and growth expand, so too will your capacity to contribute in ever more significant ways. And no doubt, like all of us, you'll rely on others to support you and your own growth so you can better serve your clients. Many of those who will support you and whom you will support are in this room right now, and indeed may be sitting next to you or very nearby you at this very moment. And thankfully, you'll have the benefit of an inspiring and deeply committed network and association of social work alums who will help you along the way, and whom you'll have the opportunity to help as well. And we hope that indeed you'll stay connected to us, to our Alumni Association, as lifelong colleagues, as learners, and as partners in the great work that we do in the exceptional ways that SSA advances the lives of those whom we serve in our profession. We're delighted and honored to pass on to you as graduates, through this hooding ceremony, the great traditions of the social work profession, to welcome you as colleagues, as together we carry out the urgent task of addressing the most pressing concerns of our day. Now, as part of this evening's hooding ceremony, I'm delighted to introduce to you the 2012 winner of SSA's Elizabeth Butler Award from the Alumni Association of SSA. The Elizabeth Butler Award is bestowed upon a recent SSA alum who has graduated within the last 10 years and who has quickly achieved extraordinary success in the field. I'm delighted that this year's awardee is Ms. Rachel Durchslag, the founder and the executive director of the Chicago Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation. Rachel earned her master's degree from SSA in 2005, and a year after graduating, she founded the Chicago Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation, an organization that works to eliminate sexual exploitation through litigation and advocacy, organizing policy reform, prevention, and resource development. Since its founding, the Chicago Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation has quickly become the premier organization in the state of Illinois that tackles the problem of sexual assault, exploitation, and human trafficking. I know firsthand from students in my own violence prevention seminar and who have carried out their field placements learning directly with Rachel and her staff that she has enormous determination, vision, and entrepreneurial spirit that she dedicates to addressing this most destructive form of human exploitation. We're delighted to honor her this evening with the Elizabeth Butler Award and to hear from and learn from her at this year's hooding ceremony.
I want to start off by saying congratulations. Getting through graduate school is no small feat, and I'm excited for every one of you to be able to spend your time reading fiction, practicing self-care, and not having assignments and unfinished papers looming over you. Every person here had a different motivation for coming to SSA, and no matter what your original reason for walking through the doors of that Mies van der Rohe building, know that today you share an impressive accomplishment that will prepare you to make real change in an all-too-wounded world. I came to SSA because I had found my passion, but I knew that I did not have the skills to be effective in the journey I saw before me. My path started at the International Film Festival in 2003, when I saw my first film about human trafficking. In this fictional film, a woman was trafficked from Bosnia to Chicago and subsequently sexually enslaved. Haunted by this film, I sought out to see whether or not the content could be true. And not only did I find that human trafficking and sexual exploitation were thriving in the United States, but that Chicago serves as a hub for traffickers to bring their victims. My journey then took me to Thailand, where I worked with young girls who had been kidnapped or sold into sexual slavery. It was their stories and the physical manifestations of the harms that they endured that solidified that this would be my life's work. Through your studies and your experiences, you all know too well the vulnerabilities that make people targets for exploiters. The harms that frequently precede entry into the sex trade are many, and oftentimes include childhood sexual abuse, poverty, homelessness, and a lack of self-worth. Working to solve these social injustices is crucial, but this is a long-term strategy. What needs to happen immediately is to eliminate the motivation for pimps and traffickers to recruit individuals into the sex trade industry, and that motivation, of course, is the money to be made from those who purchase sex. Simple economic theory clearly demonstrates that a demand creates a subsequent supply, and the demand to purchase sex is the encouragement for traffickers to identify victims and prostitute them for personal gain. The impact for the vast majority of those in the sex trade are compounded traumas that cause physical, spiritual, and psychological damage. Research has even found that those in the sex trade industry experience rates of post-traumatic stress disorder the same as returning war veterans. Knowing the urgent need to address demand and the dire lack of focus that was being paid to demand elimination strategies, I founded the Chicago Alliance Against Sexual Exploitation. Having taken not one nonprofit management class during my time at SSA, I certainly did not have the expertise or skills to run a nonprofit, but I had passion and a lot of determination, and I surrounded myself with amazing activists and survivors of the sex trade industry who helped me as I founded CASE and continue to guide me today. I believe that Chicago was ready for CASE because these past 6 years have been filled with amazing successes that could only be due to the support of many. It is because of these individuals and organizations that we have been able to celebrate so many achievements in such a short amount of time. We have launched the country's only prevention curriculum for high school boys about the sex trade. We did the first in-depth research on men who purchase sex. We launched the End Demand Illinois campaign, and as of 2 weeks ago, we celebrated passing our third law in 3 years, one of which makes Illinois the only state to not prosecute youth in the sex trade. And through our Sexual Assault Justice Project, we've represented over 150 clients. We've truly grown into a leader in the movement to end sexual harm, and I do believe that our practices and successes in Illinois shape the work of our allies both throughout the country and throughout the world. And though celebrating these successes is amazingly rewarding, spending every day doing social justice work is not easy. I frequently am in situations where I don't know the answer. I make a lot of mistakes. I really struggle with work-life balance. And even after all of these years, I still sometimes have a hard time leaving behind the stories of the women that I meet and I work with. These struggles remind me that doing social justice activism means being a work in progress. What SSA helped me prepare for is taking risks and sometimes failing, but never letting that failure define me or derail me, because it has only been through falling down that I've been able to build a stronger foundation. As you graduate, know that SSA has not and could not provide you with all the skills that you need to be successful in what you feel called to do. To truly blossom as a nonprofit professional, you need to continue to take chances, make mistakes, and embrace your role as learner as you simultaneously allow yourself to be a learner. And though SSA could not provide you with everything you need to know that this school did provide you with an invaluable toolbox of analytical skills, theoretical insights, and holistic problem-solving abilities that will take you far. It has been your strength, determination, and innovation built on these skills that have enabled you to get to where you are today, and it's those same qualities that will take you far. I wish all of you the most amazing experiences and successes on your journey. Know that it's a real privilege to stand up here, overlooking this class, and knowing that the world will be a better place because of each one of you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Rachel. Good evening, everyone. My name is Celia Bergman, and I'm the Dean of Students at SSA. At this time, it gives me great honor to present to you 4 students who are the recipients of our Distinguished Student Awards for 2011-12. SSA faculty and field instructors were invited to submit nominations for each award, and a committee of faculty and staff made the final selections. Each student will receive a certificate and a $500 prize. At this time, I would like to ask SSA Alumni Association President Jacob Dancer to come forward to assist with presenting these awards. Jacob will also be hooding the 3 award recipients who are graduating this spring. The first award is the Wilma Walker Honor Award, given to first-year students for outstanding academic work and promise of future achievement in social work. Friends, colleagues, and former students established this award as a memorial to Wilma Walker. Ms. Walker was Dean of Students and Director of Field Instruction at SSA for over 30 years. It is appropriate that she is remembered through this award to outstanding students. This year's recipient of the Wilma Walker Honor Award is Leela Saffel. Leela graduated from Baylor University in 2009 with a major in international studies. Before enrolling at SSA, she worked at the Sparrow Project as a community coordinator. She also became involved with the Student Global AIDS campaign during her time at Baylor, as well as expanded on her international studies interests as an administrative intern for the International Justice Mission in Bangalore, India. Leela's first-year field placement at SSA was with KIP Ascend Charter School, managing a caseload of middle school students, as well as performing assessments and creating interventions for each student. Leela's field instructor praised her ability to quickly form a rapport with her clients and noted she never gave up exhausting her list of strategies and resources in her search for options to help her clients. Leela, congratulations on receiving the Wilma Walker Honor Award. No hood for Leela. Next year, Leela, next year. All right, the next award is the Sonia G. Baertz Honor Award, given to a graduating master's student for outstanding work with special consideration given to promise of future achievement in the field of services to older adults. Marvin Baertz, an SSA graduate, initiated this award in 1977 in honor of his mother. This year's award goes to Laura Sutherland. Laura graduated from the University of Michigan in 1996 with majors in anthropology and history of art. Before enrolling at SSA, Laura was an admissions and financial aid officer for Harvard University, as well as assistant director of financial aid at Northwestern University. She also participated in a myriad of volunteer activities, including Chicago Cares and the Institute of Contemporary Art. Laura's most recent field placement was at the North Shore Senior Center, where she was involved in special projects including training volunteers, psychosocial and suicide risk assessments. Her field instructor notes that Laura is able to handle complex client situations. She has a gentle style, and people immediately feel comfortable and trusting of her. Laura, congratulations on receiving the Sonia Baertz Honor Award. The next prize is the Evelyn Harris Ginsburg Memorial Prize, given to a graduating master's student for outstanding work, with special consideration given to promise of future achievement in the field of services to children. Family and friends of Ms. Ginsburg, an SSA graduate, initiated this award in 1994. This year's award goes to Akuya Acha Ajiman. Aquia graduated from the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign with her bachelor's in psychology and African American studies. Before coming to SSA, Aquia was a girls mentoring co-instructor for the Jane Addams Hull House Association, a dance and homework help instructor with Children's Home and Aid, as well as a counselor and instructor at the Camp of Dreams. Aquia has continued her commitment to working in schools with her field placement at Gary Comer College Prep. Director of School Social Work, Jennifer Mead, commends her as one with both a track record of leadership as well as future promise, is committed to working with youth, and has a calmness, poise, and maturity about her that suggests that she will have the staying power to work in schools. Congratulations, Aquia. The final award is the Solomon O. Lichter Memorial Prize, given to graduating master's degree students for scholarship and professional leadership. The family, friends, and colleagues of Solomon O. Lichter, who received his master's degree from SSA in 1941, established this memorial. Mr. Lichter worked for the Jewish Family and Community Services and later served as Executive Director of Scholarship and Guidance. He was known for his creative and innovative approach to social work practice and his love for teaching. This year's Solomon O. Lichter Memorial Prize goes to Lindsay Whitlock. Lindsay graduated from Emory University with a major in business administration in 2008. She entered SSA after working as a development associate for the Chicago Architecture Foundation and earlier as a fellow for the Woodruff, Whitehead, and Evans Foundation. Lindsay has had field placements at the Field Foundation of Illinois and the Chicago House and Social Service Agency. Associate Professor Julie Henley commends Lindsay as a natural leader who has a very exciting social work career ahead of her. Congratulations, Lindsay, on receiving the Solomon O. Lichter Memorial Prize. And let's all please give one more round of applause for our 4 Student Honor Awards. I'd now like to introduce Mr. Michael JOGERST, Assistant Dean and Director of Career Services at SSA, who will commence with the reading of the names of this year's spring graduates. SSA faculty, whose names are listed in your program, will hood the graduates. Michael?
Dean GUTERMAN, members of the faculty and staff, honored guests. It is my honor this evening to present to you the candidates for the master's degree from the School of Social Service Administration at the University of Chicago, the class of 2012. And as we proceed with tonight's hooding ceremony, we do ask, as difficult as it may be, that we withhold our applause and recognition until all of our candidates have been hooded. Thank you. Stacy Augusto. Angela Abina Afa. Juan Isaac Alegria. Sarah Allen. Oswaldo Alvarez. Marvin Darnell Anderson. Carol Christine Anthony. Deepa Aurora. Andrea Marie Baker. Shreya Bansal. Veronica Corcoran Barilla. Grace Soul Beckley. Jessie Michelle Beebe. Melanie Ann Billow. Aviva Michelle Bernkrant. Stephanie Ann Banel. Laura S. Boyle. Erin Renee Bradley. Amanda F. Brooks. Stephanie Michelle Brown. Fatima Brunson. Laurel Bruntz. Caroline Burdette. Lindsay Thomas Burke. Elizabeth Ann Burns. Maria Teresa Campos. Lindsay Ann Carty. Marlene Cervantes. Imari Billy Childs. Amy S. Clark. Jacqueline Ann Clark. Kevin David Clark. Daryl Lamont Clayton. Cassie Jo Cleary. David John Coleman II. Julia Elaine Conte. Alyssa Copenhaver. Erica Nicole Curry. David L. Detmers. Aaron Petrick Doler. Helen Antoinette Donnelly. Christina D. Dryman. Benjamin David Durchslag. Alyssa Dawn Eichens. Lindsay Harper Essenfeld. Lindsay Nicole Feldman. Nikki Felt. Megan Rachel Fletcher. Andrea Freerickson. Kathleen Elizabeth Marie Fritz. Andrea Fullerton. Cristina Garcia. Althea Maria Gale. Summer Gias. Lindsay Christine Giovanetti. Jacqueline A. Goodman. Chelsea Ann Griffin. Sarah Marie Catherine Gwynn. Kylie Faith Halter. Aaron Madigan Hamilton. Catherine Elizabeth Haskin. Elizabeth Ann Hazard. Ryan Douglas Heath. Emily Michelle Hines. Christopher Hennick Jaffe. Ashley Hildred. Kristen Rose Holloway. Kanako Ishida. Ebony Nichelle Jackson. Darcy Jenkins. Brian Charles Johnson. Lauren Michelle Johnson. Megan Westmacott Johnson. Allison Grace Cantor. Lauren Deborah Katz. On-Hae Kim. Erica Ray Kleinman. Jacqueline Marlowe Quiet. Jill Alessandra Laney. Sita Ariana Laville. Andrea Courtney Layton. Stephanie Logan Lazarus.
Suwan Than Lei. Whitney Johnson Lesh. Emily Foley Lewandowski. Janet Lee. Sarah Elizabeth Link. Carly Patricia Lurkey. Olga R. Lopez. Marie Lopez Boada. Tara Bruce Love. Kristen Margit Lunardini. Jennifer Lyons. Alexandra McAdams Marcus. Matthew Philip Moronic. Anne Elizabeth Maroos. Jennifer Juliette Martinez. Megan McDermott. Kathleen Ann McNamara. Molly Elizabeth Messerly. Lisa Michelle Meyer. Claudia Anahi Miranda. Abby Ann Mitchell. John Raymond Mitchell. Steve Mitchell. Carolyn Moore. Lindsay Jane Morrill. Jamie Patricia Gibson Monroe. Yasmin Nanlawala. Emily Rose Nichols. Amy M. Nicholson. Sarah Joella Noe. Chinopso Emeka David Wachuku. Lauren Elizabeth O'Rourke. Alyssa Jean Pavola. Tabitha Ann Peterson. Jamie Peterson. Lisa Marie Place. Amanda Pope. Lois Kathleen Price. Mallory Ann Price. Rocio Reyes. Crystal Roach. Patricia Michelle Ross. Tiffany Abdani San Jose. Anna Catherine Solidas. Pamela Greenlee Savage. Toby Hannah Schwartz. Terrence Wayne Scudieri Jr. David Jack Scarbosa. Karima Shabana. Dominica Zofia Chanu. Lilia Shmoilevskaya. Laurie Ann Short. Jeffrey Sims. Dara Sandmeyer Sipe. Miosha Cherie Smiley. Ashley Sherelle Smith. Gabriel Tobin Smith. Brett Elizabeth Snyder. Douglas Stallnos. Ann Nicole Stack. Hillary Suzanne Stone. Paris Anise Streeter. Annalise Strumman. Dominic Duval Tatum. Cassandra A. Thomas. Jessica Lynn Thomas. Nicole Courtney Thompson. Zoe Elizabeth Thompson. Sean Thornton. Joy Marie Dorsbacher Turno. Joy Truman. Sharice S. Tucker. Alexi Tanya Valcamp. Jenny Tamara Vasquez. Kate Marie Vincent. Julie Ann Wagner. Ashley Walters. Lauren Michelle Weisberg. Benjamin Joseph Wessels. Joy Tanimura Winquist. Mishera Danielle Winston. Caitlin Grace Worm. Marisol Irene Yanez. Angela Yee. Jamie Beth Johanna. Kiana Young. Christine Marie Youssef. Gabriela Alejandra Zapata Alma. Dean Guterman, faculty, staff, honored families, and guests, let's congratulate the class of 2012.
Before we close the ceremony, I was actually going to ask you all to please stand. And I want you to turn to your guests and face them, and so that we can all, again, collectively congratulate and applaud you. And in return, let us social work colleagues all now take a moment to express our appreciation for family and friends for the love and support that they provided to help us all to reach this moment. Congrats. Graduates, we hope that they will continue to sustain you, that you'll continue to sustain them, and that together we'll strengthen the social fabric of our society. Congratulations, 2012 graduates of SSA.